This is Zai News. I'm Rahsid Mohammed, and we start with the headlines at 9 o'clock. Park Hwan-hee transferred to CO Detention Center after arrest. Mohammed chairs an extraordinary session of the Council of Ministers at the Birro nuclear power station. Dubai hosts the largest event for food and hospitality, Gulf Food. President Erdogan declared referendum victory. UAE is the second safest country, wide world. Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Martin Scorsese in one movie. Former President of South Korea have been arrested. The Seoul court announced that Mr. Park, detained on a slew of charges, includes bribery, abuse of power, and leaking government secrets. For further information, let's watch this report by Shamsan.
President Park, who has been mired into the massive corruption scandal that led South Korea's first ever presidential impeachment, is nearing an end. Prosecutors plan to indict Park Hwan-hee on Monday and working to complete filing formal charges against her and other key figures, including the heads of conglomerates. The disgraced leader presidential first trial is expected to take place in late May after the snap presidential election. With a verdict expected by mid-October, Park was arrested late last month after being removed from office and has been questioned by prosecutors 5 times. She denies all 13 charges against her, which include bribery and abuse of power.
For the first time, the Turkish constitution will be adjusted since its inception at 1923, Erdogan said last night in front of the Turkish parliament with the participation of the AKP party supporters, which they gather about 60% of the parliament. He also added, from the 16th, we will witness change in this country's history from now on. For an in-depth look, let's look at this report by Ahmed.
Erdogan assured that the people have the final word and the decision they made will change the history of Turkey from now on. The decision of the amendment was supported by 25 million, according to the Anadolu agency. Published a report of voting results showed victory that reached 51.3%. It will also increase on the upcoming days.
We put our hopes on the hands of the new generation who is armed with knowledge and the modern and science to lead the national initiatives and projects. This is what His Highness Mohammed assured during the presence of His Highness the Prime Minister's session at the Birro nuclear power station. His Highness said, "Today we drive a regional and global efforts toward clean and renewable energy to secure the future of the new generations." For more information, let's sweep into this report by Ahmed. UAE is heading into an era of a clean renewable energy, and its biggest step is in the making. Birro is the largest peaceful nuclear project in the world. Construction cost is 89 billion dirhams. Plant is expected to be completed in 2020. Already 75% is finished. The 4 reactors are expected to deliver up to a quarter of the country's electricity needs. His Highness Hamdan bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, the Minister of Finance, cut the ribbon opening the world's largest food and hospitality trade fair, Gulf Food 2016, on its 21st session, which takes place in Dubai World Trade Center. The exhibition presents on its 21st session wide participation of local and international companies. Their numbers reached 5,000 from 120 countries. For more details, let's take a look at Shamsan's Ali's reports.
His Highness Hamdan bin Al Maktoum, Minister of Finance, opened the 22nd edition of the largest annual trade exhibition for food and hospitality in the world, Gulf Food. Gulf Food will be held for 5 days in the World Trade Center. The exhibition will run over 1 million square foot. Also, participants of 90,000 experts specializing in the food sector from 150 countries. Over 5,000 exhibitors from 120 countries present their products and services throughout the exhibition, aiming to gain and share in the race of food and beverages market in the Middle East and North Africa. which is estimated in billions of dollars, and it's growing on a yearly basis. There is more than 2,000 new exhibitors who participate for the first time, and this 22nd edition adds up a new section, the halal food, which had attracted more than 1,000 companies.
According to the World Economic Forum annual report, UAE becomes the second safest country after Finland. The report also contains more countries from the Middle East. For more information in this report by Ahmed AL-Maherai.
UAE continues its effort to be the safest country in the world by improving the security, tourism and business activities. It's all adding up to the goal of improving the living standards to its highest peak. The report also includes countries from the Middle East such as Oman in the 4th place as well as Qatar in the 10th place.
The Academy Award director winner Martin Scorsese cast each of 2-time Oscar winner actor Robert De Niro and 1-time actor winner Al Pacino for The Irishman, which will release on 2018. The movie will witness the first collaboration of the three of them. Let's look at this interesting report. The Irishman will be the next collaboration between Scorsese and De Niro, where they made movies like Goodfellas, Royal Casino, and Taxi Driver. This movie is funded by Netflix with a budget of $150 million, according to the New York Times. The movie is based on Brand's 2004. The book centers the life of the mob hitman Frank the Irishman, who will be played by De Niro, who had been involved in the killing of the labor union leader, Jimmy Hoffa, who will be played by Al Pacino. Our news comes to an end. See you next time with more news. لا the problem is
انا بسألك كيف وانت بتوقف اقرا
I understand you.
على العطي انا بقى في عندي طيب
فاهم عليك حبيبي، عارف انك تبغي، انا عارف
بسألك داش
عارف شو تبغي تسوي، بس انا بعرف